So my dad was right.
I can't stand that woman. Day 3 of the government's MK Ultra mind control tactics on me. So far, man, it's not working. Day 4, the alarm is going off still, but I've been able to use countermeasures against the government's military MK Ultra. I think I can block the their mind control. Day 4. Day 5. Bullshit, man. Day 6, they can kiss my motherfucking ass, those stupid son of a swear to. Did you wash your hands? Hey, SHOVELHEADFFEJ. Today, me and Miss Dee Dee, Chopper Rod, and his lovely wife, Miss Jody, are at the Webster swap meet. He needs a bunch of parts. I need a bunch of parts.
I've been wanting to get it. I wish she would send me the starter. I just don't know if it would need it
Open it 10, close by 3. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Hey, Shovelhead Fedge out in the Shovelhead shed. And this is a 1975 FXE that I'm going to give away. But before I get into that, let me get into this story real quick. Last night, man, me and Miss Dee Dee were on about 3 hours of a 5-hour John Wick marathon, and it's dark, and we're fixing to eat our ice cream, watch the television about 9:30 at night, and we live out in the woods, and it's one way in and one way out. We got a long lane. So anyway, long story short, Miss Dee Dee says, I see lights. And about that time, I seen a light shine up on my roof. And I'm like, oh, this can't be good. So get up real quick, open the door, and here are, I don't know, 4 or 5 SWAT team guys with guns, automatic weapons, and dogs. And they said, sir, get back into your house and arm yourself. Well, see, this is for the people that don't know Florida. Florida, when it comes to law enforcement, it's a f*** around and find out state. And the people in Florida, the Florida crackers, are f*** around and find out people. Now here I have a law enforcement officer that's telling me to get into my house, take cover, and arm myself, be prepared. So I'm thinking, damn, man, it's like in between hunting seasons and stuff like that. Oh, this is going to be awesome. Watching John Wick, this is going to be really awesome. So, long story short, and I'll show you the video. The video is a video taken from a video. So it was on Miss Dee Dee's phone, and I shot it from the phone. But apparently, this young man was fixing to be arrested. He's, I guess, a violent criminal. This is all alleged. A violent criminal, and he got boxed in. Patrol car was coming up behind him. He put it in reverse, ran the patrol car. Big chase ensued, and they chased him for several miles. And then it just so happens he crashed a short distance from my house. So, you know, I'm thinking, man, haven't you ever watched any horror movies? Never go to the house with the light on. Never, ever. Just stay out in the dark. Stay out in the dark and you're going to be fine. Don't go to the house with the light on. Anyway, so up comes SWAT team, and they search everything that we have, you know, all of our property, all of our outbuildings with the dogs, and, you know, saying stuff like, Sheriff's Department, come out, we're going to release the dog. And, you know, I'm watching because I'm like, oh, man, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. I don't see that dog bite somebody. But anyway, long story short, they searched all of our buildings that we had, and they didn't find them. So this morning we got an alert. My neighbors got it on the phone and all that this young, kind gentleman was still in the area. And so I had 2 outbuildings on the back part of the property, and so I had to carry this, I always have this big piece of wood that I lean up against the door because the door don't shut right. Well, that piece of wood was moved, and so I was like, okay, I can either go in there and see if the guy's in there, or I just call the sheriff's office. And I'm like, you know what, they're the professionals, I'm old and all that other good stuff. Why go looking for trouble? So I ended up calling the sheriff because that's the kind of guy I am. I have the sheriff's number, great guy. And I said, hey, you know, I got this building, I don't know, y'all might want to check it out. So anyway, they came and checked it out. He wasn't in there. He might have stayed in there last night or something like that, don't know. But I do know the U.S. Marshals are all in the area looking for this guy. I guess he's a wanted escapee or something. I don't know. So if I sound hoarse and if I look groggy and all that stuff, last night since 9:30 we were on G14 secret lockdown, and so I stayed up pretty much the night just waiting for some idiot to invade the sanctity of my home. So anyway, back to this motorcycle. It is a wreck. It hasn't been wrecked. It's just a wreck. Everything is straight on the bike and stuff like that. This is going to be a giveaway bike. I'm building this bike for somebody. Somebody that's watching this video right now, or somebody that's going to watch this video, is going to end up with this bike. Last week, I asked you guys to, to buy merchandise, stickers, and all that stuff, and Patreon. You guys came through, and with that money, this is a 74 cubic inch. There's some fins broken on the head, so I'm going to get new heads, and I'm going to completely rebuild the motor. So what I ended up doing is, like I said, it's a 74 cubic inch. It's not the 80 cubic inch. It's the 1200. It's not the 1340. So what I'm going to do is, I took the money that you guys bought merchandise and stuff like that. We figured out how much money it was, and then ended up buying original Harley Davidson 74 inch jugs that were bored 40 over with the pistons and new pistons and all the other stuff. So this will end up being an 80 cubic inch. I forgot what it figures out. It's like 1340 give or take. So this will end up with an 80 cubic inch motor in it. It's still all going to be original numbers and all of the other stuff. The parts that I take off here, the good parts, not the spark plugs, but the stuff that makes this a 1975 FXE, that whoever gets this bike will end up with all those parts. So if you ever wanted to, somewhere down the road, everything wants to be original, 174 inch and all that stuff, you'll have the pistons, you'll have the jugs, you'll have the heads, you'll have everything. So that's why it's important that you guys like, share, and subscribe. Buy my merchandise. Got a lot of new merchandise coming out. Please go to my Patreon, because it's paying. Look, my Patreon, my merchandise, the money that I make off of that is not paying my bills. It's not paying the electricity. It's not paying me a check. I do all this labor of love, and it's, and all the other good stuff. It's paying to help buy parts. That's it. So you guys are the ones. I'm the one that's physically building the bike. You guys are the ones that are financially building this bike. And like I said, one day, within probably 6 months, 4 months, I don't know, we'll end up with this motorcycle. There are a couple motorcycles, because I got too many. They're out in the other part of the garage and stuff like that. There are a couple other motorcycles. We're going to do some giveaways to help raise money to put into this. This one's going to be expensive. It's going to be expensive to redo. Some people would probably just part it out. Some people would probably cut the frame, make a chopper or whatever. I'm not doing that. I just refuse to do that. I'm going to bring it back as much as I possibly can. It's not going to be a showroom winner, but it'll look pretty good, and it won't leave my shop until it looks pretty good. So appreciate you guys watching my videos. Appreciate always the comments, good and bad. Sometimes I take them the wrong way. Sometimes you guys mean them a different way I take them. But anyway, that's it, man. Like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate you guys watching. You guys are like family to me. Well, no, most of my family I don't like, and I like a lot of you guys. So anyway, still got the shovel head over there that you can't see. That project is kind of put on hold a little bit, because I want to really get on this. I just finished another bike. It took me 3 weeks to figure out, and that's a video coming up. 3 weeks on that bike. But finally I found the key. Sometimes you can't go by your knowledge, and you can't go by what the Harley Davidson field manual says. Sometimes you just got to use a little bit of mechanical ingenuity. So that's it. There's about 3 or 4 bikes you guys haven't seen yet that eventually make it into the video. So all right, peace. Like, share, and subscribe, and that bad guy that's running around, you will get caught. Stop dealing meth. All right, peace.